The Tahoe and Yukon are members of the General Motors full-size SUV family and are differentiated from the similar Suburban and Yukon XL mainly by the length of the passenger and cargo area behind the C-pillar. An upscale trim known as the Denali joined the Yukon lineup for the 1999 model year, with the Cadillac Escalade being a closely related upscale version sharing the same platform. The GMT 800 went on sale for $2,000, still sharing a platform with the full-sized pickups. Both SUVs shared a common front-end design with their pickup counterparts. However, for the next generation, they will get rid of the pickup truck styling and instead adopt their own design language. 2002. The designs for the next generation Chevy Tahoe and GMC Yukon were submitted and approved this year via Wayne Cherry. The redesigned Tahoe and Yukon would be built on the new GMT 900 platform and scheduled to arrive for the 2007 model year. Fast forward to December 2005, the short wheelbase Tahoe began production, while the standard wheelbase Yukon went into production in early 2006. The 2007 Yukon was still a traditional body-on-frame SUV with a solid rear axle. Whereas the full-size Sierra pickup was an evolution of its predecessor, the new 2007 Yukon did not exactly evolve the look of the 2006 version. The 2000 to 2006 Yukon looked mean and aggressive, thanks to sharing its nose with the Sierra. The 2007, on the other hand, well, let's just say it looked nice and friendly. The grille and shape of the headlights made the Yukon look less aggressive than the previous models. The rear end, however, did evolve the look of the 1999 Yukon's rear end. This is because, after all, Wayne Cherry also had influence in the design of the GMT 400. The interior was redesigned and looked more upscale. There were features such as faux wood trim dashboard with chrome accented instrument controls and a new inset gauge cluster design. Regular Yukons and longer wheelbase Yukon XL shared a new platform with the 2007 Cadillac Escalade. Yukon XLs had an extra 14 inches of wheelbase over regular Yukons. It was a staggering 20 inches longer overall and offered nearly 30 cubic feet more cargo volume. If you wanted an SUV this size but didn't want a GM product, the Excursion was discontinued, but Ford did offer an Expedition EL. In addition to Chevrolet's Tahoe and Suburban, GMC competed against the Ford Expedition and Toyota Sequoia, not to mention the Nissan Armada. Both Yukon and Yukon XL wagons came in SLE, SLT, and luxury Denali models. SLE and SLT versions offer a choice of rear drive or four-wheel drive, which could be left engaged on dry pavement and included low-range gearing. Denali editions had specific styling and all-wheel drive, without low-range gearing. Standard on the rear drive SLE model was a 4.8-liter V8, cranking out 295 horsepower. The 5.3-liter V8 was optional on that model and standard on other Yukons. It was good for 320 horsepower. Available on the Yukon XL was a 355 horsepower 6-liter V8. Each of these engines were paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission while using the active fuel management cylinder deactivation system. The top dog Yukon Denali got a 380 horsepower V8 and a 6-speed automatic transmission. In all models, the second and third row seats folded and the third row was removable. As in GM's other large SUVs, a spring release option could flip the second row seats to provide third row access. GM's OnStart assistance was standard. A power liftgate, remote engine start, rear obstacle detection, and power adjustable pedals were standard on the Denali and available on the other Yukons. By 2008, there was a gasoline-electric hybrid model powered by a 320 horsepower 6-liter V8 in conjunction with an electric motor. Yukon hybrids could run on either or both power sources, depending on how you decided to drive. Most of the time, when you're behind the wheel, the engine would shut off once the truck came to a stop. Hybrids required no plug-in charging. Also for 2008, the optional 6-liter V8 for the Yukon XL gained 11 horsepower, increasing it to 366. By 2009, the Yukon lineup gained an available 6-speed automatic. The high-end Denali 6.2-liter V8 gained 23 horsepower for a total of 403. The Denalis got updates for 2009, including the addition of heated and cooled front seats and a power tilt steering column. The hybrid also got a power bump, increasing to 332. The 2010 Yukon XL's optional 6-liter mill was dropped, and the Denali 6.2-liter became optional. For 2012, the GMC Yukon offered a special Heritage Edition package, which primarily consisted of a few cosmetic tweaks with some additional content. Available only on the high-grade SLT, the package got you unique front floor mats and headrests, an exterior emblem sporting the original GMC script logo, which was first applied in 1902. You had 3 options for exterior paint color. Onyx Black was available at no extra cost, but Heritage Blue ran an extra $195. White Diamond Tricoat carried a $1,000 premium. By 2014, SLE models gained more standard equipment. Not many changes were made this year, since there was a redesigned Yukon around the corner. The new model made its debut for 2015 with more horsepower, a host of new tech and features, and it was an evolution of its predecessor. The new body was a bit longer, lower, and wider than the previous generation, but nevertheless was still a big, hulking SUV. Overall, the 2007 Yukon was a worthy successor of the GMT 800 variant. Let us know if you owned or drove a 2007 to 2014 GMC Yukon. As always, thanks for coming out to the show, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until next time, this is your host Rob, and thanks for tuning in to Antique Tags.